The last few years have been difficult for all businesses, but especially restaurants and breweries.
George Aldrich, owner of Reinvention Brewing in Manchester, says during the worst of the pandemic, it was hard to get quick aid. He's also one of the many who applied for the federal Restaurant Revitalization Fund, but never heard back. Now that the worst of the pandemic is over, other challenges have emerged. Supply chain issues, staffing, having to cut back on pre-pandemic costs.
All of our raw material costs have gone up. Aluminum cans, there's been a shortage of those.
It's been a slow progression towards where he'd like to be. More live music, expansions and projects. But the future is looking brighter with this new grant program.
The Manchester mayor stopped by one day while I was working and dropped off some information.
People are rebuilding their businesses and seeing a lot of hope for the future.
Valerie Knobloch with Finger Lakes Visitors Connection says many businesses are taking what they've learned from the pandemic into 2022.
I think our visitors have become hardier, and our industry has been able to meet those. I remember driving down Main Street in Canandaigua during the pandemic, and it was on my clock it said it was 39 degrees. And there were people sitting out at one of the breweries under the heat lamps, and that never would have happened before.
Partnering with other local small businesses. We've done a lot of different events to draw people out. We've done things like partnered with Dainty Donut Factory for a donut and beer pairing. Annually, we do a Girl Scout cookie beer pairing. Over the winter, we did a curling event with the Rochester Curling Club.
Reporting, Erica DeCoste, News 8.
And there's information sessions for people to learn more about that grant and how to apply. You can head over to OntarioCountyNY.gov for more.